Hey YouTube, it's Cello Ben, and today is day 19 of the 100 Days of Practice. Today I'm going to be looking at the fourth movement of Prokofiev's Fifth Symphony. I have to have this ready for a reading soon, and in terms of the way that the divisi works in this passage I'm going to examine, I think that I'm actually on the bottom, but I want to take like a refresher look at the top part, which I've had to do as a cello excerpt before, and I think is at least somewhat standard in audition repertoire. When I was in college, they did a thing where they wanted students who were there for 4 years to, within those 4 years, cycle through all of the major orchestral excerpts, and this was one of them. So I want to take a look at it for the first time in a while, except for one brief look not too long ago. And one thing that I like to do with these excerpts when I'm starting work on them is think to myself, why might an audition committee have chosen this particular excerpt? What are they going to be looking for? Because they're not going to choose an excerpt that doesn't set some cellists apart from others and that doesn't showcase one or more specific things that they're looking for. So let's take a look at this excerpt and then see what they might be looking for. I'm tight. Okay, so there are a lot of things to unpack in there. One thing is they're going to want smooth shifts. They're also going to want really good shaping because Prokofiev gives an awful lot of dynamic markings in here. And they're also going to want, I imagine, a very singing tone on top. Let's try this again, a bit under tempo. So just there, this, dynamically speaking, this excerpt actually peaks in the second bar with that F, that's a forte. That's the highest dynamic on this page in the cello part. So we need to be mindful of that and also keep that dynamic for the following bar. And not, but still phrase within that. And then the bar after that is when a diminuendo starts. Now, when you first see diminuendo, you have to think to yourself, actually, stay up in dynamic, because that's where you want to start the diminuendo. You want to then have somewhere to go down from. With those in mind, let me try one more time from the beginning. Starts mezzo forte, espressivo. So I think it should be very warm, especially because it's a 4-part cello divisi, this very rich harmonization. Here's where the diminuendo ends at piano. So there are a couple of indications that are penciled into my particular part that I want to give a try and see if they help things out. So after that piano, I got to their hairpins with a mezzo forte in the middle on this top F. Let me start in that bar where the diminuendo starts. So basically there were two Roman numeral 2s that indicated to go down to the D string, and I think those are going to really help. But then I may want to change my fingering leading up to it. And I need to not linger too long on there because there is a slightly more compressed rhythm in that beat, or offbeat in the fourth cello part. So in real life, they would kind of catapult me down, but in an audition setting when it's just me, I have to be able to imagine that and not linger too long up there so that I don't disturb the rhythm. Let's try from the beginning and then reevaluate. Sorry, I had a D in mind. Getting better. It's obviously, it's not fantastic yet, and it would be much more prepared if this were the line that I were going to be on, but it's not. So I just wanted to take a preliminary look at it. To end up, let me just tune some things so that it's better for next time, for when I actually have to audition with this somewhere. Not forte enough. And now I didn't do the diminuendo. Okay, there's a long ways to go on that excerpt, but I wanted to sort of take a preliminary look at it together this morning, just sort of a very rough draft, and see the kind of things that I will have to do on it when I do have to play it. So I'm sorry for all the roughness, but that is the kind of thing that happens at the beginning of a lot of practice sessions. So I think it's important to let you know that it happens to everybody. And then we evaluate and we make it better. For now, I've got to run. I've got a reading soon, but I'll see y'all tomorrow for day 20. Have a good day.